up, guys? Tegan here with ARC Training. Today we are going to take a tour of our glute room. We're going to go over all of our awesome machines. So if you follow me this way, we'll get started. Immediately when you walk in to your right, we have a Rogue reverse hyper. Sydney's going to demonstrate that for us. So if you hook your feet in the band, drive your heels up towards the ceiling, you can get a good stretch through the middle and the bottom. This is awesome for working your whole posterior chain, glutes, hams, low back. It's a great machine. Over here, we have a glute builder abduction machine. This one does have plate and band resistance. So Lizanne's going to demonstrate the seated one where you're upright first. Drive your knees out into the knee pads. And then she's going to actually recline the seat here and bridge her hips up. So you can get a little bit of a different angle there as well. Great machine. Over here we have another machine by Glute Builder, the Hip Thrust Elite. This one has adjustments on the shoulder pads, the height of the back pad, and the hip brace as well. It has a really nice big foot plate at the bottom, so you can do a whole variety of different stances. Make sure you drive your hips all the way up, and then that handle, you can roll it forwards and then sit down and roll it away from you. Much easier than using a regular barbell. So over here we have another machine by the Glute Builder. This one has band and plate resistance as well. This is the dual 45-degree hyper. Right now Lizanne is doing a straight leg hyper holding the handle. If you want to, you can also bend your legs, put your feet up on the foot plate here and do more of a bent leg hyper. This will isolate the glutes a little bit more. Again, hold the handle if you're comfortable. Really squeeze your glutes and flex your hips into the pad. This one, Sydney's going to go over our kneeling glute isolator. This one has a lot of adjustments, so make sure you get them set before you hop in. You'll squeeze the handle, lean forwards, release the handle so that grabs the weight, and then again, flex your hips into the cushion here. Kind of like a kneeling good morning. Great machine here, also with band and plate resistance. Over here we have the Atlantis single leg hip press. So you can unrack the weight here, one leg at a time, bring your knee in towards your armpit. You get a good stretch on the glutes here. The back pad does also adjust, so you can move that forwards or backwards as needed. When you're finished, make sure you re-rack one leg before you start with the other one. Great variation on a leg press. You can get one leg at a time. Over here, Sydney's going to go over our booty builder, the original hip thrust. You can buckle yourself in. Again, a generous foot plate here so you can get a variety of stances there and feet placements. This one has band and plate resistance. As you can see, Sid has the orange bands on here and plates. Drive your hips up towards the ceiling, get a good squeeze. Very comfortable variation here as well as compared to a regular barbell. Then here we have the Multiflex. This machine has a ton of options for what you can do, but today, for the purposes of the glute room, Sydney's going to demonstrate a Bulgarian for us. So you can pick the handles up, sit back into that hip. This one, the handles adjust, the roller adjusts. All of it is very adjustable for your needs. This one is just plate resistance. All right, so over here we have our Rogue belt squat. Everybody's familiar with using it with the belt for the belt squat. Today, Lizanne is going to go over an RDL here. So if she grabs the handles, you can sit your hips back, get a good stretch in the hamstrings, squeeze your glutes at the top. Really great option for an RDL variation. Continuing with the hamstring theme, Sydney's going to do our west side single leg hamstring curl. This one's plate loaded. Drive that heel up towards the ceiling. Make sure you have a little bit of a lean in your torso at the hips and let it down nice and slow. And lastly, we have our standing hip thrust by Booty Builder. You can adjust where the rollers sit on your lap as well as the height. This one has plate and band resistance. So when you grab the handles, stand up, flex the glutes at the top, get a good hinge at the hips, sit them back, and then squeeze the glutes at the top. All right, guys, 2 more things. Over here, we have some power racks. So if you did want to hit some deadlifts, some rack pulls, or some barbell back squats, we have those here with lots of barbell variations. And then we have some bands over here on the wall if you needed them for your workout. All right, guys, so come in and check out our glute room at ARC Training next time you're looking for an intense glute pump.